So I wanted to come here before you watch this video because this is a topic that I have been talking a lot about on social media, and to be honest, outside of social media with friends and family, and I felt that it would be disingenuous to just post a normal video without actually addressing the situation. So as I'm sure all of you probably know by now, George Floyd was killed on the 25th of May because of allegedly handing in a counterfeit $20 bill. And this has kind of created such an outrage across the world. There's been protests not only in America, but in the UK, in so many different parts of Europe. I know that so many of you might be confused as to why people are protesting so harshly, and especially using violence, the lootings that have been going on, getting rid of statues that have been stood there for decades, why George Floyd's death has led to what is going on right now. Black people and people of color have been discriminated against, and racism has been so prevalent in the world since kind of the dawn of time. The Black Lives Matter movement is so important because it feels like we have been fighting this fight for so long and there still seems to be no justice. Slavery was not that long ago, and it's a shame that what our ancestors did in the past has trickled into what we are now experiencing in our present. It's disgusting to me that somebody, just for having the skin color that they were born with, can be treated so differently and hated so much. This has been quite an eye-opening time for me as well, because I feel like you really truly see people's true colors and their true beliefs. Even if you don't consider yourself a racist, it is so important to speak up on this topic. And me as a Black woman, I can talk about it and I can scream about it until I'm blue in the face, but what really needs to happen is we need to see more non-people of color speaking up on this topic, because really and truly the oppression that we are facing is from non-people of color. So in order to make a change in any way, we need to see more people educating themselves and others on why Black Lives Matter is pivotal and why Black lives are being discriminated against and why it needs to stop. I've been seeing a lot of people appear upset about the mass protests that have been going on, because obviously we are also in a time of a pandemic and we're supposed to be practicing social distancing, but it can't wait. People talking about virtually protesting. I have never seen in history or learned about history where virtual protesting has really helped and really brought our society any more forward. And the fact that people are upset more about the protesting than just such a disgusting world that we live in, it baffles me. I am not saying this to hate or bash anyone. I hope that it doesn't come across that way. I'm speaking from a place of love, but also of hurt. I, of course, have experienced racism, both overt and covert, so many times. There's so many instances where it's happened that I think that I don't even remember certain times that I have been confronted by somebody who has a racist agenda. All that Black people and non-racist people want is to live in a society where we are treated equally, where we are given equal status in a society that we help build. I guess one positive thing that has come out of this situation is that I feel more empowered than ever to really become more involved in helping young people that may be from disadvantaged circumstances. It feels like people who are adults now and people that are in power now, it's going to be difficult to change their thoughts and the way that they behave. But if we as a society can really lift up the young people in our generation and help them see that this is not the way to continue the world, then I believe that we can live in a future where skin color does not impact whether or not we live or die. I hope that this made sense. I'm going to put some links in the description below about just petitions that you guys can sign, different GoFundMes that you can donate to, as well as organizations that are really at the forefront of stopping discrimination and racism. I also just want to say a happy Pride Month to everybody who's celebrating. We have a long way to go for you guys as well. And yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Bye. Okay, I've been waiting for a quiet moment to film. I think this is that moment. Hello everybody, welcome to my third YouTube video. My name is Epiphany, and today we're going to be doing an old trend. Yeah, it's not really a trend anymore, called What I Spend in a Week. I am 23 years old. When I did this, I was actually 22 years old. But anyway, whatever. I'm 23 now and I live in London. So this is what I spend in a week as a 23-year-old who lives in London. Let me just quickly preface this by saying that I obviously had the idea to film this whole trending video back when it actually was trending, before the old core thing kicked in. I don't want to say the actual word because I hear YouTube is blocking people who say the actual word. I actually filmed this a long time ago, kind of I think in the beginning of March, no, at the end of February, beginning of March. And this is a random week that I was actually going to work full time, and all the things that I spent, which I actually have really decreased my spending from then till now. So I really want to do a video about how I save money. That's gonna come at a later time. But anyway, let's start. Oh, so thirsty. I'm starting from a Friday because that's just when I started this whole journey. And what I actually did is I filmed a few clips of me, you know, going on the underground, doing my normal traveling, picking up things from the grocery shop, but I have no idea where those clips are. I filmed them with my iPhone, and if I can find them, I will put them in and I will stick them in. But if I can't, you're gonna have to deal with my face for the next 15 minutes or so. Enjoy. Okay, so the first day that I'm starting with is Friday. I have a little notepad here, just detailing everything that I did and what I spent on these days. And I took the train and the DLR. In case you don't know what that is, it's kind of like an underground, but not an underground. I spent £2.60 and that was on my way to work. I then went to Co-op and I bought some food items. Probably not the healthiest food items, so I don't want to get into exactly what I spent this money on. Well, it was £6.85. I also went to the bakery after this because I think I hadn't eaten that day, so I was like, okay, I need food for at work, and then I also need food for right now.
Editing Piffy here. I also realized that I didn't really explain why I need kind of like so much food and so many groceries at work. I actually sleep over at my work. It's also a whole nother video in itself, but we'll get there. I just wanted to quickly explain that. It's just because I sleep over, so I need food for that evening, and also the next morning, and also the next afternoon as well.
And I spent £4.45 at the bakery. So in total on that day, I spent, I should have really added these up before starting this video, but hey, that's the life of a YouTuber apparently. £13.90 on Friday. Moving on to the Saturday. The first thing that I actually spent money on that day was a gift for my partner. I don't know why I said that so weird, it's my boyfriend. And I spent £14.99. I can't remember which gift this was. Give me a minute, I'll do some investigation. Okay, so I found out what it was. It's a men's gift set because it was his birthday the following week. And I got him like a shower gel, I got him beard cream or beard, whatever this is, and also a body spray and some deodorant. Exciting stuff. The second thing that I bought on Saturday was another DLR and then a train and then a bus all the way back home. I live far from where I work. I love London. And I spent £6.20 on this in total. I also went to Co-op that day, God knows why, and I spent £7 on more food. This is literally what it's like living in London. And then I sent £34.68. I think I'm gonna need to do some more investigation because I have no idea why I sent this money. Oh my god, this light is just, I'm sorry. Should we move over a bit? Give me a minute. Okay, is that better? It's slightly better. I realize that the sun is kind of gonna be in the way for the rest of this video. You're just gonna have to deal with it because I had to film at a really awkward time today because I'm just so busy during this core. Moving on Saturday in total, I spent £62.87. £62.87. Let's move on to Sunday. I went to Tesco and I spent £4.45. I then spent another £7.66 on more food. Then I took the bus and the DLR to work, which cost £3. And I took a Bolt, I guess, like on my way back from work for £12.50. Total on Sunday, I spent £27.61. Okay, moving on to Monday. On Monday, I got my hair washed, blow dried, and then re-cornrowed to put under a new wig. And I spent £35 on this. So a lot of people are watching this, probably definitely people that also are into hair, weaves, and wigs and all that good stuff, and are thinking that is a lot of money to spend to just wash and blow dry your hair and then cornrow it just to put under another wig. And to that I say, I cannot do it myself, so I have to pay somebody else to do it. So that is why I spend a lot of money on it. But once I learn how, or once I get a friend who knows how to do these things, I will definitely be not spending so much money on this, hopefully. Honestly, this whole core season has taught me things that I would have never known, especially with how to take care of my hair, how to do things by myself at home. I want to do a whole video of things that I've learned during core. So if you guys want to see it, comment down below. So the second thing that I got done on Monday was I got my nails done. Obviously, I think this day was kind of like a whole self-care day where I was getting my hair done, getting my nails done, all that good stuff. And for getting my nails done, I paid £35. I then took 2 buses, which cost £3, and I bought 2 macaroons, and that cost me £2.40. But they're really, really good macaroons. So in total on Monday, I spent £75.40. Moving on to Tuesday. Okay, so on Tuesday, I went to Tesco and I bought £13.50 worth of food. Just going through this is just... I swear I don't spend that much money on food now. Like, this whole thing has taught me so much about where I could really stop wasting the money, and not to mention that my whole diet has changed since that time, and now I was eating like quite a lot, and not only that, but quite a lot of food that is not good for you. And then I spent £6 on a Bolt, but it wasn't actually me taking the Bolt, it was my partner. Either way, £6 came out of my account for a Bolt ride that was taken. So in total on Tuesday, I spent £19.50. Moving on to Wednesday, I took a train, which just cost me £6.40 in total. And this was because I was meeting up with a friend. Evelyn, if you're watching this, £6.40 on you, girl. Love ya. So in total that day, I spent £6.40. That's pretty good considering the other days and how, yeah. I'm learning a lot about myself. So on Thursday, this was actually my partner's birthday. So we went to this really, really nice hotel that was near his work. I was trying to surprise him, but it's really, really hard to surprise him. And we were hanging out in the hotel lobby, and we had dinner there, and it was just such a fun night. They had a pool there, a little jacuzzi. It was literally so nice. If I can find any clips of this, I will definitely insert it, because guys, it was great. I think it was called the Lincoln Plaza Hotel. Go check it out if you haven't been. Such a nice hotel, and it's not that expensive for how great it is. But this was quite an expensive day, as I'm sure you can imagine. There was a lot of back and forth because I had forgotten something at one point, and then we went back and we went back to get it, and in the end I didn't even use it. But either way, so the first thing that I spent money on was a Bolt. I don't know if I ever explained what a Bolt is. It's basically Uber, so it's a car service that you get on your phone through an app and then pay for your car ride. I'm sure I don't have to explain to you guys how car apps work. Okay, sorry I keep playing with my hair a lot, it's just so warm in here. So the first thing that I spent money on was the Bolt, and I spent £11.50. I then took the DLR, and that was £1.50. After that, took another Bolt for £22.50, and then right after that, this was the back and forth that I was talking about, spent another £23 on another Bolt. And then in total, the last thing that I spent on was kind of like including the hotel stay, including the food and the drinks. It was £261.38. I'm just realizing as well that this doesn't include what I paid beforehand. I put a deposit down and then I paid the rest when I got to the hotel. So this is without the deposit. It's just a lot, but it was his birthday, you know, and trying to make it nice. It was awesome. It was honestly such a great night. Finishing this video off, oh, the light is back to shun me. I really hope that this is okay quality, guys, because I got a new SD card. I didn't realize that like SD cards actually change the quality of the video when you upload it to YouTube, but I'm learning. Okay, I might have to switch this video again because this light is just... Is that any better? No? I'm so greasy. Moving on to the last day. The first thing that I spent money on was actually 2 cinema ticket vouchers that I got through my work, and in total these were £8.20. I spent £21 on a Bolt. I don't know how these things happen. And then on Ticketmaster, I spent £58.50 on OneRepublic tickets. Also, I realized that I probably won't be able to even go to this concert anymore because of course. Yeah, they haven't actually said anything about rescheduling the dates for this OneRepublic show, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. And then the last thing that I spent money on was a bus for £1.50. So on Friday, I spent £89.20. I just need to add one more expense onto the end of this. I actually pay for a gym membership. It comes down to £6.70 a week. So on top of that, I spend £6.70 this week on my gym membership, I guess. I didn't go once, by the way. Didn't go once during this week. That hurts. So in total, let me add up all the things and I can do like the grand finale for you guys in a moment. Okay, if my math is right, I spent £621.46. Now, I do want to say that the day that it was my partner's birthday, I think that I spent an extra amount mainly because it was his birthday and I was trying to go all out and do fun stuff. But in saying that, obviously nobody needs to spend this much money. I would say that if I didn't updated what I spend in my week, for instance, any of these weeks in the last freaking 3 months, then it would be significantly less because I know for a fact that I've been spending way less than I normally do. Anyway guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this one, go subscribe, go like or comment. Stay relevant on YouTube. I don't know where that came from. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.